Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, my brothers and sisters. How are you guys doing today? I hope doing all right. And today again, we have the brothers Abdurrahman, Sheikh Abdurrahman, and another topic, very important topic, which is Surah Al-Baqarah. So we're going to ask Sheikh, inshallah, today about Surah Al-Baqarah, the benefit out of it, and the revelation, and what's Surah Al-Baqarah, what's important about it. A lot of people talk about Surah Al-Baqarah every day, every time. We see videos, we see people have stories here and there. Myself, I have a story about Surah Al-Baqarah. What's about it? So, assalamu alaikum, ya Sheikh. How are you doing today?
Great.
How are you doing? All right. So, inshallah, we're going to talk to the brothers and sisters today about Surah Al-Baqarah. And you can start, Bismillah.
Surah Al-Baqarah. وما أدراك ما سورة البقرة. MashaAllah, Surah Al-Baqarah is one of the greatest surahs in the Quran. And of course, in it, there are the ayats and the verses in Surah Al-Quran shows the virtues, the specific virtues that is being revealed and narrated from the Messenger Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam regarding some of the specific ayats from the Surah Al-Baqarah. As a whole, Surah Al-Baqarah is like several hadiths, shows the virtue of Surah Al-Baqarah, and specifically some verses from the Surah Al-Baqarah. For example, Ayat Al-Kursi, that ayah is in Surah Al-Baqarah, and we have some virtues regarding Ayat Al-Kursi, and we will see that. And also the last two verses from Surah Al-Baqarah and the last two ending ayats of Surah Al-Baqarah, there are also some virtues regarding that. And also the stories and the meanings, the very depth meanings in Surah Al-Baqarah. It's like unlike the other surahs and the other chapters from the Quran.
So there's a hadith, there's authentic hadith about Surah Al-Baqarah, like a Prophet Muhammad talk about it. Because I know there's Fadil and Mafdul.
Yes.
Like there's something better, but something even more greater, more better than this. So all Quran like have this kind of Fadil and Mafdul. So Surah Al-Baqarah, I think, was one of the fadl. They have a lot of barakah and a lot of good things about it. That's why Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam have a hadith specifically about Surah Al-Baqarah and Al Imran.
Yes.
So if you can tell us more about that, brother.
Yes. Especially, when it comes for the recitation only, forget about the other things. Reciting Surah Al-Baqarah, recitations, it has its own virtues. For example, one of them, if we see, the Messenger says, حديث اقرأوا القرآن فإنه يأتي يوم القيامة شفيعا لأصحابه اقرأوا الزهراوين البقرة وآل عمران فإنهما يأتيان يوم القيامة كأنهما غمامتان أو غيايتان. In this hadith, the Messenger says, recite the Quran. Recite the Quran, because the Quran will come in the day of judgment as an intercessor. It will defend you.
It's a lawyer, like a lawyer.
Yes, it will defend you from the hellfire. So, and specifically, the Messenger mentioned in that hadith, in a separate phrase and sentence, he said, اقرأوا الزهراوين البقرة وآل عمران. Specifically recite the two surahs, which is the Surah Al-Baqarah and Al Imran. Because both of them, they will come in the day of judgment, for example, as if they are clouds, like a cloud. And he said, اقرأوا البقرة. Specifically then, in another phrase, the Messenger mentioned only Surah Al-Baqarah. So read Surah Al-Baqarah فإن أخذها بركة. Because taking Surah Al-Baqarah part of your life, making it as a recitation, regular recitation.
Zikr.
Yes. Is barakah. There's blessings on it. And وَتَرْكُهَا حَسَرَةً. And if you leave that, you recite it, you don't take it as a specifically in part of your life, it's like regret.
Hasra.
Hasra will be a regret for you. You will get a regret from your inner life. And وَلَا تَسْتَطِيعَ الْبَطَلَةُ السَّحَرَةُ. Of course, the great magicians, the so-called magicians.
Black voodoos.
Yes.
People, they make voodoo, sihr.
Yes.
Bad eyes. People, they have the bad eyes looking at other people and burn their house or burn their things. Because there's some people, they have these kind of things on them.
Yes.
And some people, they target you for sihr. They just go to the magician and make sihr. I want to kill this person. I want to get this house, and have trouble.
Yes.
So all this, inshallah, by Surah Al-Baqarah, by great of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
And Surah Al-Baqarah, they can get to you.
Yes, they can get you. And especially there is a specific ayah related to the shayateen, all devils and all these evil, whether they are ins or jinn, doesn't matter. As in the Quran, وَاتَّبْعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ. That ayah, long ayah, talks about specifically. Yes. So this hadith is narrated by Imam Muslim. It's a very authentic hadith. And we have also another hadith regarding the virtue of the Surah Al-Baqarah, specifically taking as part of your life. The Messenger ﷺ said, also narrated by Imam Muslim in his authentic hadiths, the Messenger ﷺ said, لا تجعلوا بيوتكم مقابر. That do not make your houses like a cemetery or graveyard. Yeah. إن الشيطان ينفر من البيت الذي تقرأ فيه سورة البقرة. Indeed, the shaitan runs away. He runs away and flees away from the house in it is being recited Surah Al-Baqarah.
Subhanallah.
Stays away.
So shaitan can't get to your house.
Yeah,
if you read Surah Al-Baqarah in the house, shaitan cannot have nothing to do with the house.
Yes, it has nothing to do with the house. It's not going to be part of that house at all. So this is one of the ways that you can get rid of shaitan.
Protect your house.
Yeah. Protect it from your children's, protect from your own self, and protect from all over your house.
How do you know shaitan in our house? How do you know shaitan? The way that you know shaitan in your house, the fight that you have the kids, for no reason. Kids, they start fighting. Husband and wife, they start fighting for no reason. They just watching TV or doing something or cooking or something. They start, this, that. The fire is starting in the house. That's one thing that tells you that the shaitan in the house make all this trouble, make these issues.
Yes.
And there's another part too. When you enter your house, brothers and sisters, I talked about this before. When you enter your house, you say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Assalamu alaikum. Doesn't matter if there's somebody or nobody in the house. Why? Because when you say Assalamu alaikum, shaitan runs away from the house. That's one of the things that we have to practice to say. Not just open up your door and get in, throw your clothes here and there and khalas, there's not the same like nothing going on. Because shaitan in the house, living with you, shaitan eating with you, sleeping with you, doing whatever, Allah give him that power that he can be in you in your house. So if you don't do zikr, if you don't do istighfar, if you don't read Surah Al-Baqarah, if you don't do all this, shaitan khalas, he's living there, he's chilling, eating with you, you eat the best food. Oh, there's a food here, let's eat. You sleep with your wife, he's sleeping with you. That's what Allah said. I didn't say that. Allah said that. So to protect yourself, to protect your family, you have to read Surah Al-Baqarah and you have to do Azkar al-Sabah al-Masa, you have to do istighfar. You have to let your house is like a Quran in house.
Yes.
Not just like all music and TV and movies and that. So that's why shaitan love to see.
Yes.
So Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah, one of these things that, prevent that.
And minimum, in the other hadith, it also shows that whoever recites Surah Al-Baqarah in a night, the shaitan does not enter that house 3 nights.
So if you read it one night?
Yeah.
So 3 nights, the shaitan cannot?
Yes.
Wow. Subhanallah. So see, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
Easy one. Read Surah Al-Baqarah. Read Surah Al-Baqarah. One night, shaitan run away from your house 3 nights. What else you need more than this?
Yes.
What are you guys waiting for? I mean, like we all, our houses, we have a lot of issues in our houses. Muslim households, there's a lot of divorce rate. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of kids fighting, you name it. So now we have the solution. It's a book of our Quran, subhanallah. Why we can't go back to Allah? Why we can't read our book of Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala? We're busy in the phone 24/7, doing this, looking all over the world. But when you read Quran, you can't read Quran. Subhanallah.
Yes, and exactly. When we're reciting the Surah Al-Baqarah, we need to reflect to Surah Al-Baqarah. It shouldn't only be like recitation, leaving it. You should also reflect towards the meanings of each and every word and ayats from the Surah Al-Baqarah. This is what we want. Try to understand the meaning, the tafsir, or the interpretation of the whole surah, of each and every ayats. Yeah, pause in there and reflect to it. This is what we want. And then feel it, live it within yourself. This is what we want. It's not like a simple recitation, yeah. And you
even simple recitation is good. You still get benefit of it because that's what I did. But I mean, if you understand the meaning, because some people they're not Arabic speaker, you know what I mean? Like some people they know, you know, but they can't understand the meaning. That doesn't mean if you don't know the meaning, you're not gonna get the benefit. You know, if you know the meaning is extra, is more stronger, is more powerful. If you don't know the meaning, you still can read it and you still can get the result from shaitan that run away from your house.
Yeah, because of the ulamas, the scholars that were explaining this hadith, they said that as a regular basis, taking it as your regular basis, when is it going to be a blessing for you? When you take it, Surah Al-Baqarah, recite it on a regular basis, every often, even occasionally, you can do that. على تلاوتها recitation والتدبر لمعانيها, and also reflecting deeply onto the meanings, and also practicing it, in a practical way. We need Surah Al-Baqarah, so it will be very beneficial for you. Now, this is as a whole as Surah Al-Baqarah. Now let's see some of the amazing other ayats in Surah Al-Baqarah. Ayat Al-Kursi we have. And in this hadith, and regarding the Ayat Al-Kursi, Allahu la ilaha wal hayyul qayyum, that itself has its own virtues. And then there's a hadith that the Messenger mentioned. He said, من قرأ آية الكرسي دبر كل صلاة مكتوبة لم يمنعه من دخول الجنة إلا أن يموت.
So after every prayer?
Yes.
5 times a day.
Yeah, whoever recites Ayatul Kursi after, if you couldn't recite Surah Al-Baqarah, here an easy thing that you can do is recite Ayatul Kursi after each 5 obligatory prayers.
Yeah, it's very easy.
At least you could do that,
Yeah, easy.
After each and 5 daily prayers, you finish, right, the Fajr prayer, you read the istighfar, the 3 times of Allah, 3 times the adhkars. Right at that time, read Ayatul Kursi after Dhuhr, after Asr, after Fajr, after Shaya. And do this as a regular basis. And what is the virtue of that? Nothing can stop you from entering the Jannah except death. It means when you die, next step is to enter the Jannah.
No question asked.
Yes.
No, like Ard al-Mahshar, no standing and no hisab.
This is
easy one.
Virtue,
Subhanallah.
This is a very authentic hadith, And the last 2 ayats is from Surah Al-Baqarah. Is آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون
كل آمن بالله.
Yes. The other ayah, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. These 2 also exceptionally is a very amazing ending of the surah. It has also very specific meanings in itself, that also we have virtues and fadail also. And the Messenger says in this hadith narrated by Ibn Mas'ud, من قرأ بالآيتين من آخر سورة البقرة في ليلة كفتاه. Whoever recites the last 2 verses from Surah Al-Baqarah in a night, كفتاه. It is enough for that person.
For that night.
Yes, for that night. They ask Mufassirin, they says, okay, كفتاه, what is the meaning? What is it going to be enough from? Enough from the recitation of the Quran that you wanted to recite. It will be enough from Qiyamul Layl, Tahajjud, that you wanted to pray, but you couldn't make it up. These 2 surahs, are enough for you then. Also, the other interpretation Allah says is كَفَتَاهُ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ. It's like
protection.
Protection
like
from the Quran.
Like a shield between you and shaitan.
A barrier from the shaitan.
Subhanallah. I have a little story, but you can continue.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, not only these 2 last Ayatul Kursi, even we have some hadith narrated by Imam Bukhari. Whoever recites Ayatul Kursi whenever you want to sleep, before sleeping,
before bedtime.
Before bedtime, is also a barrier from the shaitan also that night. The shaitan will not irritate you. So I'm recommending to those brothers and sisters who are having hard times
sleeping,
waking up for Fajr.
Yes. And sometimes they can't even sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Ayatul Kursi itself is a remedy, is a medicine. And the ulamats, they also recommend whoever having hard time sleeping, that you can have sleep, read Ayatul Kursi. Ayatul Kursi itself is a remedy.
Subhanallah.
And waking up for Fajr.
Yeah, waking up for Fajr is a big
Yes.
deal. A lot of brothers and sisters, they can't wake up for Fajr. Make sure you wake up for Fajr. You know what I mean? Because there's a hadith in Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I think they say Salatul Fajr and Isha is very hard for the hypocrites. Because hypocrites back in the day in Medina, they come here, oh Rasulullah, but they're not even Muslims.
Yeah.
They're just hypocrites. They just lie to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah knows him, Prophet doesn't know them. Even Allah told him in a lot of ayat, these people are hypocrites. You know? But Salatul Fajr and Salatul Isha is very tough on them. Yes. They can't get up that time. So I believe my brothers and sisters are not hypocrites. You guys are very good people, and you guys, I know you guys want to practice, but it's hard for you sometimes to get up. So try to do, inshallah, what Sheikh said, Surah Al-Kursi and Khawatim, Surah Al-Baqarah, the end two ayahs, Allah Subhanahu that helps you out to get up, inshallah, for Fajr and do Isha, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the advice is. Yes,
yeah, inshallah. But before we end it up, I'm gonna end up with this story. When I used to live in Egypt back in the day, I used to live in a house, an apartment building, and this apartment, I swear to God, there's a jinn on it or something. So every time when I sleep, something come very heavy come on my chest, and just like choking me. So I get up in the night time, and I was like, I can't sleep. And just like these things keep always choking me. One of my brothers, his name is Huzaifa, may Allah, kun bi khair, inshallah. So Huzaifa, my brother, he told me like, listen, I used to read Ayatul Kursi that time. But the Prophet ﷺ, he said, they combine the Ayatul Kursi and Khawatim Surah Al-Baqarah. You read them, both of them. And that's going to be shield from shaitan. So, brother and sister, this brother one told me I used to read only Ayatul Kursi at that time, and still that thing come on jinn or something, whatever, come choking me. After I start reading combined Ayatul Kursi and Khawatim Surah Al-Baqarah, Alhamdulillah, until today, until I move from that house, nothing come to choke me in the night time. I was sleeping like a baby, man. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So, Ayatul Kursi and Khawatim Surah Al-Baqarah, this is my own story that I used to live. Yeah. They're my own experience. So what Sheikh says, I have witnessed it. Is it a shield from shaitan? So if you want to have a shield, that's what the Sheikh tell you. Inshallah, do it. And the last word from you, Sheikh, before we interrupt this video. What are you going to say? The last word.
Yes. I would just like to say that.
Surah Al-Baqarah, inshallah. And,
yes, even try to practice is the way some people are really having a hard time with recitation. Try to at least minimum recite over a sheikh that knows a qari, who's expert in the Quran. Read Surah Al-Quran, help try to practice how to read it. And at least even if you couldn't make the whole Quran, at least minimum Surah Al-Fatiha and Baqarah, and have these together with you. It will be beneficial for you in this world and also in hereafter, yes.
There's a barakah on it.
Yeah.
And I have another story about the barakah, but we'll leave it for another video, inshallah. We're going to drop it off here, brother and sister. Until next video, inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikh.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakumullah fi khair. Take care, brother and sister. See ya.